All right, guys, I'm super excited. It's Dustin Bogle coming at you from Gym Reinforcements, and I have a very special guest. It is my good friend and fellow gym owner, Jodi Hartel with Alexandria FEBC in Virginia, and she is working with us with Gym Reinforcements. And I just wanted her to jump on a call with me here today and kind of just talk about her struggles with lead follow up, and I guess where she is today. So, Jodi, thank you first of all for jumping on the call with me today. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for asking me, Dustin. I'd be happy to share with you my experience.
All right. So let's start at, you're now open. How long has it been open now, your facility?
Next week will be our year anniversary that we started, not that we're open. So next Tuesday will be April 6th, and we will have been open for a year. So it's our first year anniversary. Yay! Our
Yes.
first open would be June 13th is when Virginia allowed us to open, but I'm going to go with the first one, April 6th,
Okay.
first year anniversary.
You're coming out of a tough time, like all of us in the fitness industry, which was the pandemic of 2020. Here we are in the spring 2021 on the bounce back. And I'm glad you guys made it because you're one of the good ones. And I wanted to start with your lead follow up because I think we all were like over 2020. We're like 2021. I'm going to hit the marketing hard. I'm going to get people in here and we're going to fill this place up again. So before you worked with us with Gym Reinforcements, who was doing your lead follow up?
Well, originally it was I didn't have any. When we first opened, we were the ultimate transformation, the 6-week open, and I was the follow up, which I just to let you know, I believe in strength-based leadership, and you put people where their strengths are. I have a guilt problem that I should be the one that's like, especially I went to Dustin's training last year, 2019. I'll put another plug. I went to the coaches and the firefighter team and all that, trying to get some insight. And the thing was, you got to sell, you got to sell, you got to sell. I'm not a salesperson. I guess I can do it, but I'm shitty at it. Excuse my language. I'm just not good at it. So it was very, very bad. But we did get some trial members for that. The virtual 6 weeks. My admin has some sales background, so she would do this follow up, but she would be doing sales when in between. If you guys know your admins, you know they do a lot of work. So her sales and follow up work would be after. And then my head coach owned his own gyms a few times, owned his own gyms a few years ago, and his follow up is good, but he's not. It's not his strength. His strength is being an outstanding coach and mentor. So we really didn't have any. So we were kind of chugging along. I brought my new coach in, fresh out of college. I put him on the phones, and it was really bad. He was even worse than I am. So.
Follow up. How would someone get started with you? Do they just have to pay themselves on the page, walk in, and pretty much kind of be a lay down? Is that like how someone?
Oh, the follow up?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How were you guys getting trials to get started with you?
We were using Brennan and Colby are the advertising. That's another thing. The Facebook marketing thing. I just had too much on my plate, so I couldn't afford not to pay out for marketing. I couldn't afford, and which we'll get to this one. I can't afford to have a full-time market sales follow-up, but I couldn't afford not to. Yeah. So where are you going to put your money? You're going to put your money in advertising, and I just put a bunch of money in Brennan and Colby. They helped do some follow-up with us, but not as intensive, and we'll get back to Dustin's group. Grace is a machine.
Yes.
She is a machine. So
let's talk about that. What results? And so now, you didn't have anybody doing follow-up. People kind of had to pay their own way to get in, like pay on your website or pay on your ads, just get started on their own. Because if they kind of opted in, but they didn't pay, there wasn't a whole lot of follow-up for those people. So then, we talked, and I was so grateful that you wanted to try out Gym Reinforcements, and then it was like a great experience. So what results have you seen since joining up?
Well, we had hundreds and hundreds of cold leads, that never got called, just to put that on there. Now they're being called. So we were holding around 50, 52 members. It's not many members. But opening up when a COVID, we were inching along, get a couple of members, lose a couple. And so we started with 52, and now that was mid-February, mid-January. We started February 4th with you, Dustin, right? So we've had 1 month, or half a month, I think. We started 1 February with you.
Yeah, it was like mid-February, so now
Mid-February.
April.
Mid-February. So we've had a month and a half, and I'm at 90 members now.
Nice. Wow, that's great.
And we're at, I did not look at the trial members. I have to do let me look, but yeah, we're at maybe 40. We were at 70 trials, but we're pushing them through the members. So we're at 90 members, and we can.
That's great. Like almost a double in membership in just a month and a half.
Yeah.
And because I always like to share the trial that someone's running. What is the trial offer that you're doing that's working so well for you?
Well, we're doing the 21 day for $47. We did the New Year, New You, not the headquarters one. We did our own, but we got 66. This is pre-Grace. We got 66 trials, but I'm sure with Grace we would have gotten more.
Nice. Okay.
There's no doubt about it. So we will go in. We'll start selling the 6 weeks. I think April 7th or 8th we're going to switch over to the 6 week. And so we're going to be doing 6 weeks from now on.
So as a business owner, as a team leader, what have you been able to do with that time that you got back that you would have normally had to do all the calling and the texting and the emailing and social DMs, and now you can step away from that? Where have you put that time now?
And just monitoring the trials, making sure they don't slip through the cracks, getting the orientation. We do one-on-one orientation, takes 10 minutes. We've streamlined it. So getting people to read the email is difficult, but if they do and follow the instructions, orientation lasts 10 minutes. We're going to be doing a videotape like Dustin does for his gyms. I'm finishing up that and making it streamlined as possible. And now I'm just now starting to focus on our celebration for our anniversary, being able to do that, doing the books, just I'm more running my business instead of worrying about the business.
And so it sounds like making sure people get a very pleasant and amazing onboarding, but then also if you've doubled your membership, that means you've also been spending time selling memberships. Like you can focus on the membership sale and growing that EFT, which is our base, way of paying ourselves and our business expenses. And so now that just frees you up. One of the things I like to point out as a leader is like, if you're working, in the business, you're not working on the business. What does that mean? That means that you're zoomed out, that you're a step back from all the day-to-day tasks, because then you can see things a little more clearly. You have that 30,000 foot view. So if you got an agency running your ads, you got us doing your lead follow-up, you got coaches running sessions. Now you can kind of just see and wait and look at things, and are they running smoothly, and how can I make things up? Let me tweak this just a little bit. Oh, we got more sales just with that small tweak. And that's what an owner can do when they have those outside eyes. But when they're too close to it, they can't be backed up and see the whole portrait, right? They're too busy painting every stroke. So
we can plan.
Yeah.
And planning takes thinking, and thinking needs creativity, and you need time. You need time to that. Yet, do I have money problems? You bet. We're still not pulling in what we need to pay our bills, and that's just going to come. But it's cheap. Believe it or not, Dustin's group and then doing the marketing, it was less expensive than hiring a full-time, because I don't pay all those taxes. Dustin does.
Yep. There you go. So yeah, that's another benefit. So I guess the other thing I wanted to ask is, what do you see that Grace is doing that's working so well for you? Is it that she's taking the time to like nurture the client, ask questions, or is there something special that you're seeing done that really makes you think, wow, that's probably how she's done a lot of trials?
Well, at first I didn't think she slept because she was on, but now I know the different time zones. But I think when I talked to Grace really loves her job, and I don't think many people like sales. She takes feedback very well, and she makes giving feedback really easy. I used to be a supervisor of 30 people, and giving feedback was very difficult because people don't like to take feedback, and it makes giving feedback, you don't want to hurt their feelings, but Grace is very good. Jay is excellent. They're always ready to implement changes when we discuss things, we come up with an approach. So it's very much, I know they're Dustin's team, but we're also a team with Grace and Jay. So we have a weekly meeting. So we can change our attack. They know that we're going into a new 6-week challenge.
Yep.
So it's really a team approach, which is it's not really a top-down approach, which is my type of leadership style.
We want our sales associates to feel like an integrated person of your team. They're just led and managed and supervised by us, but you have very good communication with them. You can invite them to team meetings. You can tell them about what's going on in the gym, events, special promotions, because the more they know about what's going on, the better and more effective they can be. But I got to say, I think the biggest thing that helps them be successful is, like, as weird as it sounds, is not being at your gym. And it's because it's a very heavy distraction environment. That's why a lot of owners, unless they have their own private office, don't choose to work at their gym, because they're like, I'm going to be distracted. I'm going to see the battle ropes are not hung up the way I want it, or the dumbbells are not put away the right way I want it, or someone's got to stop at the desk, or there's loud music. So I think that's what also helps a sales associate to do their job, is to be able to sell remotely where they are quiet and they can really focus on doing the best job possible. Well, good. All right, Jodi, final thing. I like to tell people to finish up these calls with something to chew on. And so what I would like you to do is there something you would like to give another gym owner to chew on if they're on the fence, if they're thinking about it, and you kind of want to give them a thought to ponder over? Is there something that comes to mind when it comes to the lead follow-up, trial sales, something they can chew on?
Well, I can only go from my point of view. My point of view was there's not enough money. There's not enough money for this, and most of us are 1 month from going out of business if we did that. But ponder it. Are you doing any better without them, without Dustin's group? And how many would they be bringing in? Would they be paying for themselves within a month or two? And I think Grace Dustin's team is paying for itself, definitely. So, and I expect to, not chew on, but think about where you could be in a month to 2 months.
Yeah. All right. That's good. And you're right, because if we're selling a $47 program, I'm really excited to see what we can do with this 6-week challenge. That's hundreds of dollars. When we start hitting some large sales there. So it's gonna be a good month. That's all I'm looking forward to. April's gonna be probably the best month of the year. So it's gonna be.
I'm hoping for it. So.
All right. Well, Jodi, thank you so much for this candid conversation and sharing your experience with Gym Reinforcements. I appreciate it, and I'm excited to help you keep growing your business. And our mission statement at Gym Reinforcements is to create healthy bodies and healthy businesses through sales. We help the client get that healthy body on the program. We help you grow a healthy business, and we do it through selling. So I appreciate you, and I look forward to selling more for you.
All right.